Okay. Hi, good morning, boys and girls. To those who are with us and those who are online, good morning to you, Ms. Celeste Foster. Good morning to you. Oh, my name just slipped me. Mrs. Pollard, yes. I want to welcome you to another training session for the $20 challenge. And this morning is all about getting market ready. I'm Troy Holder, I'll be your facilitator. It's good to see your faces again. And to those who are online, I want to ask you especially to, make sure that you're taking note, turn off your cell phone so that you're not distracted. Find yourself a nice quiet place as much as possible that you can listen. And for those who are here, I encourage you not only to take note, but to ask questions, because this is all about getting market ready. This is all about finally getting to offer your product to the market. And one of the things you need to be able to do is to communicate effectively, because if you don't speak, if you don't share the goodness of your product, then we're not going to know what it's about. Agree? Agree? Good. And this is going to be highly interactive. This is not just a talk shop. This is about helping you to get ready. I have a slide deck, but as I'm going along, feel free to stop me at any time. If anything you do not understand, if you have questions, ask the questions. We are here to help you. And do we have a facility for those who are online to be able to pose questions, or we don't have that facility today?
I can tell them to do it now.
Beautiful.
Okay,
you need to register so that you can fully participate, have your questions asked, and we are here to share with you. All right, are you ready? Yes. Everybody stand. Everybody stand. All you young people stand. It's Saturday morning. Come stand. Come stand. Stand. Hands up. Clap. You clapping. Clap one. Okay. All right, let me start over. Hands up. I can put you on the outside, Good, because if you don't want to participate, then you don't need to be here. If you don't need to be here, then you can leave. All right, let me go again. Hands up. Are you ready? Yes. No, you don't sound you ready yet. Let me answer that question one more time. Are you ready? Yes. Imagine that you are at a party. Are you ready to party? Have a seat. Yes. So if you are online and you want to fully participate, which I encourage you to do, you need to register to the channel. This is the YouTube channel, BEF, or $20. Barbados Entrepreneurship Foundation. On YouTube, you want to register, and that's why you want to like, and you obviously then will be able to participate. You'll be able to share in the comments. That's where we're going to be able to communicate, correct? In the comments. Good. So Barbados Entrepreneur Foundation, and you want to like it, and you want to share it with your friends also. Okay. All right, so I was asking if you're ready for the show because tech team, can I move around? Good, thank you. Good, because I like to get up front and personal, and so I can interact with my audience. I'm here, like I said, the name is Troy Holder. I am here to help you get ready for Market Day. Market Day is where you get an opportunity to make money. Who want to make some money? How much money you want to make? 1,000, 2,000, $1 million. Good. How much? Pardon me? Why she can't make $1 million? Well, and I want to speak up. When you're speaking, it's okay, but I want you to speak so that everyone can hear you. Why can't she make $1 million?
She can't make $1 million on just 17 in 1 day.
In 1 day, okay, but she can make $1 million. I asked how much money do you want to make? She said $1 million. I didn't ask how much money she want to make on Market Day. And if you want to make $1 million, you really want to make $1 million?
I want to be rich.
You want to be rich. Okay? And there's nothing wrong with being rich. There's nothing wrong with wanting to make $1 million. It just means that you need to put in the work and the strategies to make $1 million. So therefore, I expect to get a lot of questions from you. How can we make $1 million? What are you selling? Cookies. So therefore, what's the price of the cookies? Are you selling cookies? Okay, are you partnering with her? So you don't know the price of her cookies unless she's said it to you. So allow her to speak on her behalf, okay? Good. What's the price of your cookies? $150 for a cookie? Do you know how much it's going to cost you to make the cookie? Do you know how much it's going to cost you to sell the cookie? So when Ms. Peters was going through in the financial element, you obviously were not paying as close as attention as you should be paying, because if you want to make $1 million, you need to know the cost of the cookie. You need to know how many people are going to want your cookies, how often they're going to want your cookies, how many cookies they're going to eat at a time. That is information you need to know, because if you know that, then you can be able to say, hey, I have to make this amount of cookies, and I need to sell them at this price. This is the location I need to sell them to be able to make $1 million. There are people who are making millions of dollars selling cookies. There are people who are making millions of dollars selling biscuit, millions of dollars selling bread. So yes, you can make $1 million, but you're not going to make $1 million just by saying, I want to make $1 million, okay? Good. All right. So over here, how much money do you want to make? A lot. How much is a lot? $1? No, I'm not. The market is only one event. Millions. How much millions?
For this business, for someplace.
You see, and that's the thing. Now, one of the things, we talk about money, but we talk about money in a vacuum. You must have a target, because one of the first things you need to know, if you're going to succeed at this event, you need to have a target. You need to have a reason for being there, and you must have goals. What do I want to achieve by being at this event? Some of you are going to be looking for sales. Some may be looking to test the product. Some may be looking to create further awareness. So different people are going to be looking for different things, but the key thing is to be clear on what do I want to achieve from going to this show, this market day. As a matter of fact, there are some events, some trade shows, where you're not allowed to sell. So for persons who are thinking about going to an event just to make a sale at the event, that event will not work for them. And I want you to recognize right now that you stand, if you market yourself and if you prepare properly, you can make more money from the event after the event than at the event. Let me say that again. If you prepare properly, you can make more money from the event after the event than at the event. Because there are people who are going to be passing through. They may not necessarily be coming to your booth unless you prepare properly. And we're going to talk about that. What to do before the show. So when is market day? Next week. How many of you have told your friends and family that you are going to be at Sky Mall next week? How many persons have you told? Who have told at least 10 people? At least 20 persons? At least 50 persons? What are you selling? I can't hear you. I can't hear you. If I'm standing here and I can't hear you, come next week when a person come and ask you what it is that you're selling and they can't hear you, what are they going to do? What do you think they will do? Yeah? If you came to speak to me and you could not hear me, what would you do? You don't know what you would do? Yeah? All right, let's have a conversation here quickly. What's your name? You see what happens there? Right? I just said to you, come here, I have $100 for you. So why didn't you come? Yeah, you don't know why? Because you didn't hear. And I just said, you missed an opportunity. As a matter of fact, I'm going to raise the $500, come. And she's still sitting there. This is exactly what will happen if you don't speak. If you're not going to communicate, you're going to miss opportunities. There's no reason to be afraid. You are in a public space. No one can come to Sky Mall and bite you. And if they bite you, you have my permission to bite them back.
Sir, nobody back, sir, fighting.
That's fighting? No, that's not fighting. If you bite me, but you back, that's not a fight. That's bite for bite.
No, I mean, sir, if I'm biting, sir, I get fight back.
You're going to fight back. Good. So therefore, you're going to be prepared to communicate and avoid the fight. Good morning. Welcome. Have a seat. Good. But I want you to be able, you have to be able to communicate. Raise your voice. Do you have a little brother? Well, if you have a little brother, I know you have a voice. How old is he? 9. If you have a little brother is 9, I know you have a voice, because all young girls who have a little brother, the little brother, he's a nuisance, correct? Always interfering with your things, always getting in your way. And how do you say it? Do you say to him, what's his name? Do you say, Ari, stop? Ari, behave? Mommy, tell Ari, behave. That sounds more like it. Well, how do you tell Ari to behave? I can't hear you. You don't tell him anything? So you just let him do what he has to do? Or you give him a slap? Well, what I want you to do for me, I want to take that energy that you would have put into the physical and put it into your vocal. All right? Because I'm really concerned, because if this is how you turn up next Saturday, which is not going to happen, correct? You're not going to get any sales. Because one of the things that happen is that people like to communicate, because we do business with those that we know, like, and trust. And how we get to know people is by asking questions and sharing information. If I ask you a question, you will share some information with me. If I come up to you and I said, hey, good morning, I'm Troy Holder.
Good morning, nice to meet you.
Kid, good morning, nice meeting you. What's your name, sir?
Noah.
Noah? Noah.
Bishop.
Good. He said Noah. I said Noah, and he gave me his full name. Noah. Where do you live, Noah?
I live in St. James.
St. James.
Holders
Holders, St. James. Brothers or sisters?
Both.
How many?
3.
Okay. All right. Where do you go to school?
BCC.
Were you studying at BCC?
Office Administration Management.
Good bun, good works, boss. So in a short space of time, I've known that he, Noah Bishop, that he goes to BCC, he's studying office administration, he lives in Holders, he got brothers and sisters. So therefore, you know what? You live in my neighborhood, because my name is Troy Holder. So we now reckon that we got something in common so we can have a conversation. And we're knocking one another, right? So you know what happens now, right? When I see him on Saturday, I say, yeah, Noah, what's happening? So I'm going to come to his booth, because I already know, I know Noah. I still don't know your name. I still don't know your name. What's your name? Sarah. Sarah. How's Sarah spelled?
S-A-R-E.
R-E. All right. Okay, what's your last name?
Nichols.
Sarah Nichols, right? Now, Sarah, I'm going to remember that because my daughter's name is Sarah, so that's close enough. Right? But you've got to be able to open up your mouth and speak. No one is going to hurt you. It's okay to speak to strangers at times in a controlled environment. I know most of you were told not to speak to strangers, but in this event, it's okay. Unless someone says something to you inappropriate, then you have all rights. You know, keep your space and report it to an adult. But you have to speak. You have to open your mouth and speak. And the thing about it is, I know young people, you all can speak, because everybody do anything at school, it'll be a different story. You always get the volume. All right. No, I know you can speak. Yes, good morning, ma'am. What are you looking to sell again?
Handmade craft.
I can't hear you.
Handmade craft.
Handmade craft. All right, what type of craft are you selling?
Like throw pillows and crochet products.
Okay. Have you told all of the students in your class that you're going to be at Sky Mall next week?
No, please.
Why not?
I don't know.
What are you afraid of?
Nothing.
Good. Are you on WhatsApp?
Yes, please.
Have you posted on WhatsApp?
Yes.
Before, since the last time that we were in the class?
No.
Good. See? So you shared it once. What was the response?
Some people were curious about it.
Some people are curious. Tell me more. I am curious to hear more.
They asked what I was selling
They asked what you were selling
and how much it would cost
and how much it would cost
and where it would be.
and where will you be? So you need to let them know where you're going to be. Do you know the price?
Not yet.
What are you waiting for?
My expenses.
Your expenses? Do you have an idea as to what it will cost?
Yes.
Okay, good. Do you have a range?
I don't think so.
you should go to range. I mean, because if you have a price, but you're ready for expenses, then you have an idea as to what it's going to cost. All you need to do, take that price that you have. Let's say you were saying, okay, what the price you think it's going to cost, one of your products.
$10.
$10. You think it costs $10? I mean, that seems a little low for throw cushions and that kind of stuff.
So something made for a crochet product.
Crochet product? A crochet product for $10 is low. Someone bought the crochet material for you?
Pardon?
Someone bought the crochet material for you?
Yes.
Someone give you that for free?
Oh no. It's my investor.
You're an investor. Okay. But I want to really think of it, because how long is it going to take you to make one of those things? Whatever it is you're making. A day? And you're selling it for $10? I can hire you. Because if it's going to take you a day, so you recognize, right? When you say a day, as in 8 hours or as in 24 hours? About 6 hours, and you're selling it for $10. So even if you were selling it for $12, that would mean that that's $2 an hour. Wow. Would you work for me for $2 an hour? You know what? I'll pay you $5 an hour to come work for me.
Yes.
No. No, you know what? Your value way more than that. I want to start. So you need to look back at what you are making, the length of time it's taking you to make it, and then what you're selling and the value that people are going to place on it. Because what's going to happen, you're going to sell your stuff at the trade show, at the market, and because the price is going to be so low, and most people attribute low price to low quality and low value, you will not get sales. And it's not because that the product is not any good, it's that people's perception of it is not good. So you need to talk to who you need to look back at your notes in terms of your costing, and you need to look at that, and then you need to look in terms of what is happening in the market. What are people selling their products for? Ask your grandmother will tell you cheap things no good. And in Barbados, which is an image-based society, if the price is too low, you're not going to get any sales. So one of the things you need to ensure that on this day, you do not sell things at the price that you will buy them for. I have a 19-year-old daughter who cheap. So she would probably buy it. But then she would probably ask me, Daddy, this price seem a little low. And I would say, no go. And that's one of the problems we have. Because oftentimes, we price products at what we will pay for them. You are not selling to yourself. So you need to be prepared for this market day. And you can't wait till Saturday to be prepared. You should be prepared all now. You should be in the final stages. But I understand that for some persons it may take a little longer. But right now you should have your WhatsApp being blowing up 2 or 3 times a day. Hey, look for me at Sky Mall. You should have an idea, where do I want to be? And if it's a first come, first serve, you should be there once the doors are open so you know exactly where you want to be. And because there's some people who may get there before you, you need to have a second choice and a third choice. You should have an idea in terms of the flow of the traffic. What am I selling? You don't want to go and set up right next to someone who's selling the same things that you're selling. You want to set up next to someone who's selling something that's complementary. You don't want to set up next to a store in Sky Mall that's selling the same things that you're selling. You want to set up next to a store that's selling something complementary. And when I say complementary, we talk about things that go together, like rice and peas. So therefore, if you are selling like lip balm and so forth, you don't want to be near the makeup store. You want to be close to the hair store. You understand where I'm coming from? All right. Yes, please. You need to speak up. Raise your voice. Put your head in the air and speak.
Territories don't work.
It's highly unlikely, because of the number of spaces that you have, it's highly unlikely that your second and third won't work. But if you're concerned about that, you know what you do? Select a 4th and a 5th. Okay. But you want to get there early, because if the earlier you can get there, the more likely you are to have the choice that you want. So before Saturday, you need your parents to take you to Sky Mall and spend a little time. Spend a little time going through the mall and see what it's like. Ask people questions. How many entrances are there to Sky Mall? I can count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And some people may say 5.5. Because you can go as though you're going to the doctor, and then you can easily make a quick exit, entrance into the food court. Think about what you're selling. Right? But you definitely need to let people know that you are going to be there. So you need to to have a plan for the pre-show. What do I need to do? What help would I need? Do you need persons to help you? That's where you start to get your team together. Bring along mommy and daddy and uncle and if granny still fit. You bring along granny too. Because this is a different time, because your grandfather may be my age. Actually, not that bad now. It's not that bad.
How old are you, sir?
I'm almost 50.
You 50?
Almost. How old your grandfather is?
64.
See? Yeah. For my one part, that's a long way. For some people, may say that's just around the corner. But the key is here is that you want to get persons involved. You want to let your family members know. So if you come from a family that, that is a big family, let them know where you're going to earn. Tell them, come out and buy. Don't come and beg. Don't come and ask a discount. Come out and buy full price and support me. Some people
They'll get their own boxes, put the things there, and just deliver them.
and you're talking about selling your product?
Yeah, some people do that.
Right, and it's okay to do that, but we talk about Market Day specifically gives you an opportunity to display to the wider market what you have to offer. So there are going to be people, you're going to meet people who are supporters of the $20 challenge, who will come just because you're a part of the $20 challenge. There are people like me who will come and support you just because you participated in my sessions. You were active in my session, you supported me, and I want to show you that I want to support you. I tell you, every market day we go to, I buy stuff. I can tell you, I'm going to spend at least $75 to $100. And it's my way of saying, yes, I want to support you. Because the way that you perform a market day have a reflection on me. So imagine when you do fantastic at market day, and Ms. Foster is getting lots and lots of comments about how well you presented yourself, how you communicated, how you traded. That means it's like, okay, so therefore the team is doing something good. So then she doesn't have to look for a replacement. She doesn't look for a replacement, meaning I can feed my family. So don't think for one moment that I don't have a vested interest in what you do at market day. Yes. So I want you to perform well. I want you to make some money. I want you to promote your product. Because the thing I know is the idea that you have can become bigger. Gives you an opportunity to be able to generate your own income. The choice is yours. Do you want to win this $20 challenge? Let me see those who want to win this $20 challenge. You don't want to win the challenge? You don't want to win? Why not? But isn't winning more fun? Yeah. Have you ever won anything? And it wasn't fun? I'm real curious. Would you mind sharing what you won? Prizes for? Running. You came first? You came first. You ran around and came first? And how did the crowd behave? You didn't know how to behave? You didn't look at the crowd?
Sir, whenever I run in a race, sir, and I aim for a race, sir, I'd all be looking and say to crowd chain.
Crowd chain. I'm in the crowd chain, what do you do?
So I just keep pushing.
Keep pushing. And you run faster, because you want to win. Because the victory, the joy of winning is like, yes! You want to win. You want to have fun, yes, but you want to win. And I want to start thinking about the joy of victory. There's nothing wrong with winning. And there's nothing wrong with having fun. As a matter of fact, if you can win and have fun doing it, that is awesome. All right, any questions? Good. So here are the 3 vital steps to trade-show success. We talked about it already. Pre-show, creating buzz. People need to know that you're going to be there. People need to know what you're going to be selling. People need to know what to come looking for. So all now, WhatsApp, TikTok. Let me see here who have a TikTok account, TikTok channel.
Sir, I used to, sir, but then,
It
it got deleted.
got deleted. Deleted by mommy? By TikTok?
Sir, I really made one video, sir, and then you just let them do something else.
Well, I'm not going to ask you what that video was about. That TikTok took it down. Yeah.
Sir, what else can you do for TikTok, man? Do dances, lots of
Well, I'm not going to ask you to display that dance. Right. But the key here, you should try opening that, create another email, and go and open another TikTok account. Yeah, trust me, this is going to go okay. But I want for those who are on TikTok or on Instagram, you should be posting and sharing. You should be sharing some of the process, some of the stuff that you are working on. You can show the process of developing your product, your ideas and stuff like that. I see persons with little notes. All right, $20 challenge in progress. And you tag the $20 challenge and the BEF so they can see, look, hey, you're not only highlighting them, but you're showing that you're doing work. What is your planning stage? It's like you're making like throw cushions. You can show maybe that's the machine stitching something. You don't have to show the whole product, but let people know, hey, things are happening. If you want to see the final product, come to Sky Mall. You can create teasers. And this is stuff that you guys already know because this is stuff that you are seeing on TikTok and Instagram. You also use Snapchat? Yeah. All right, and Snapchat. And I know none of y'all here don't use Facebook. But you can create, these are stuff that you can create and share the buzz. It could be a video clip, it could be an image, it could just be some text. But the key is that from now until Sunday, and like I will even go as far as to say from now until next week, Monday, you should be sharing about the market day. And for those who are asking about, sir, the market day is finished on Saturday, why should I still be sharing about it? I'm going to tell you about that. All right?
I remember that the market day finishes on Saturday, but trading continues on
You still continue to trade.
December.
Right.
There are other market opportunities that they will have.
You need to sell, so you need to be promoting your product. Promote it every day. And for those who are concerned that maybe people will get tired of seeing it, that is not a challenge because most people need to see or hear about your product about 7 times before they decide to make a decision about it. All right? We hear about Coca-Cola all the time. Coke is still spending millions of dollars, hundreds of millions of dollars every year advertising, and they've been around for over 100 years. All of the favorite products that you like and favorite brands that you support are still promoting. So I want you to start to create some buzz. So you know what? You know what I'm going to do right now? Let me see those who have to sell their phones. If you have your mobile device right now, take it up and put it in the air. Yeah, you all know where I'm going with this here. Yes. Take it up. Good. All right. That is okay. Post right now on your WhatsApp. Yes. You're going to create a post encouraging persons to come see you at Sky Mall next Saturday at the BF Market Day. It could be a video, it could be an image, it could just be a text, but you need to do that now. And you need to do that every day from now till next week. Or should I say week after, because this is the end of the week. Okay. It is easy, because I know you guys are sharing WhatsApp status of this all the time. Good. And videos are always more impactful. So for those who are not sure how to do it, status update, status, image. Good. I want video, because video is more fun. Good. Get the background. All right.
You guys need a minute to create your videos?
Yes. You can give you a minute to create your videos. And I'm gonna create one right now. All right. If you're in Barbados on November, what's the date?
12.
Okay. So you're going again. You're
November 19th.
You're going again.
It is the 12th.
Good. Okay.
This is on November 19th.
If you're going to be in Barbados on November 19th, then you need to be at the Sky Mall where the $20 challenge will have their market day. See youngsters, teenagers, and even some younger than teens who are going to be promoting their product. Come out, support the BF, support the next generation of entrepreneurs in Barbados. Ta-da!
Who wants to do their snacks?
All I have to do is hit send. Done. Done.
Who's going to volunteer to do
Yeah.
theirs?
It can't be that difficult. You think about it, you're sending it to the persons who are on your contacts. So you're not sending it to total strangers. Unlike me. Because some of the people on my contact list is only when I see them respond to things I remember they're on my list. So this is going out to friends, clients, colleagues, students. What is stopping you? I just promoted you. I just promoted you. Are you going to promote yourself?
Yes.
Yeah. Do it. All right. And you can then take that same video or create another video, put it on Instagram, tag the BEF, and there you are. And imagine if you were to collaborate and to support each other. So if someone was selling something complimentary to you, then I can say, well, excuse me, young lady, what are you selling? What type of jewelry? Is it costume jewelry, beads? Okay. So therefore, you're selling beads. Anyone selling clothing? Anyone selling anything with hair? What the young lady next to you, what's she selling? Okay, she's selling cookies. What are you selling? Cupcakes. Okay. Maybe you may want to work together. Cupcake and cookies. You're doing cupcake and cookies also? Okay. So therefore you may want to ask her, what kind of cookies are you making? So that you make a different cookie. So you don't compete. Because if you're selling the same thing that she's selling, some may buy from you and some may buy from her. But if I like cookies, like what type of cookies are you making? I can't hear you. Oatmeal, chocolate chip. I didn't hear the third one. Okay, fruits and cookies. And what type of cookies are you making? Red velvet cookie? Wow, I've never heard of red velvet cookie. Okay. So you know what happens now, right? So we're going to have red velvet cookies, which I have never seen. So I'm going to come looking to sample your cookies. And if it tastes good to me, I'm going to buy some. So recognize what happened. So here you are at the pre-show telling me about what you are going to have at the show, and I'm now excited to see what you have. So if I was not going to be coming to the event before, I now have to come because I have honestly never heard or seen red velvet cookies. No, I'm being honest. And I eat a lot of flour. Trying to eat less flour now, but definitely come look for yourself. All right. So we're gonna prepare for the show, and during the pre-show, I want you to ensure that that you get lots of rest the day before. That you know exactly what you're going to be wearing. You need to dress for success. So you need to make sure that you are comfortable, but that you're also approachable. So leave off the straps. Yeah. And the fellas, make sure you have on sleeves. Yeah. And make sure that your belt is around your waist. Well, make sure that the pants can fit. And the thing about it, you would recognize in life, there are things that you're not going to like doing, but if you want to succeed because you're not just operating on your own, that you will have to do. I don't like getting to bed early on mornings.
So saying I don't want to go to sleep.
Well, you're going to find yourself in a challenge. Because you need to go to sleep, because you need to be well rested so that come Saturday morning, you have energy. You have energy to talk to people because you're going to be meeting people. And as you're meeting people, you need to be ready. Come. I want someone to play with me. Who's going to play with me? Come. Just come. Come. Come, give him a round of applause. Give both of them. Come. Look, wait. How old are you? And how old are you? 12. You just saw y'all just got up? Come, give us energy. Come, join me here. All right. So this is now your booth. Good. Take command of your booth. Pass me that book there, please. Thank you. Good. Thank you. Good. I want you all to watch. Good. So this is your booth. This is your booth. All right. So we're selling because at the end of the day, I can talk all I want to talk, but unless you are prepared to sell, unless you see what you have as being valuable, you're not going to be able to make any sales. Okay? All right. So I want you to get ready to welcome some persons to your booth. All right? Get yourself comfortable. Get yourself comfortable. All right? I need one other person to come play with me. Come. Let's go. No, Elijah. Good. All right. Good. So Elijah's going to play with me, right? Morning to you. Good. You had a good night rest?
No, I did not.
Why not?
A lot of work.
A lot of school work?
Not just school, but yeah, a lot of work. Period.
Oh, okay. Good. All right. So here we are. We are now. We'll go come on this side here so that others can see. So we are now getting ready. This is market day simulation. We're getting ready for market day, and we have two persons here, and I want you to listen and observe what is happening, and I want you to take note as to what you find to be positive and what you find need improvement. So what is good and what needs improvement. Okay, because here's the thing. Next Saturday it is? Yep. Next Saturday, market day is real. Okay. All right, so we go into the booth, and this is normally how I come in the booth. I come with my hands in my pocket, because in case people think the ticket something belongs to them, I get my hands in my pocket, so I am safe here. All right, and I'll be looking.
Hi, welcome.
Welcome.
Welcome to our booth. Today we'll be selling nacho juices and cookies.
What do you like?
We also have samples, so if you want to try some, you can. If you don't like it, it's okay. So go ahead, take out back.
You sit. Okay. All right. Good.
What flavor juices you have?
I have pineapple juice, apple juice, lemonade, sour, cinnamon. That's that. Yeah, you're still going to come.
All right, pause here. Right. I want you to understand that effective communication happens via multiple elements. Right? Watch him, right? He is sitting. Anytime that you are sitting and someone is standing, the person who is standing has the power over you. All right. So one of the first things you do is that you remove that barrier. Someone comes to speak to you, you stand. So you don't remain sitting. So stand up. Good. All right. And they would. Okay. So now that you're standing, okay. So tell him about the flavors that you had again.
I have apple juice, pineapple juice, lemonade, sour, cinnamon, and there's still more to come.
All right. Good. Notice here just now, right? You were like this here. Good. I have apple juice, sour juice, more to come. Who are you talking to at that time? You were supposed to be talking to him. So when you're speaking to a person, and this is something that I know is very difficult for our people because of how we've been socialized. But when you are speaking to him, you need to look him in the eye. When you look him in the eye, you make connection. So when you say, we have apple juice, we have apple, pineapple, you are building your confidence and you're letting him know, what I have is good stuff. Look me in the eye and speak to me. Do not look on the ground. Do not look over the person's shoulder. Look the person in the eye. It feels uncomfortable. And this is something that I think we really have to practice. Because we are encouraged, and the way we were raised not to look people in the eye. But when you look me in the eye, we connect. I know that you're talking to me. I know that I'm talking to you. I'm not talking to him. I'm talking to you. And I'm saying that, you know what? Hey, I am interested in what you have to say. And you have my full attention. And that is what you want, because people make decisions based on what they believe and how they feel. You may not have the best product, but if you can show that, you know what, I have tried my best, I am confident, I am going to improve, I am prepared to learn and to listen, you will get sales. Let me ask you a question. With computer software, have you ever heard about updates? Okay. You ever heard about patches and fixes? Why do they have updates and patches and fixes? To make it better? Uh-huh. More attractive, so you make it better. So it means that it's not perfect, but people are still buying it. So I want to get understand, it doesn't have to be perfect. It needs to at least be a quality that people can use and find value in it. But don't think it has to be perfect. But you need to present it as, you know what, this is the best I can do at this time. I am prepared to work harder. All I'm asking you for is your support. You follow me? Okay, so continue. Tell him about this product. And please don't tell him if you don't want to buy it, that is okay. He already knows that already. Your job is to encourage him. And then those who are listening online, I hope that you're getting this, that the key thing here is that you're promoting what you have as an ideal solution to a problem or an opportunity. Right. Continue to sell your juices. Offer him a sample.
There's some customers there, and you can choose from which flavor you want.
No, engage him in conversation, because the more conversation you engage him in, the more comfortable he is going to be with you. So you need, this is your product, right? Do you believe this is the best sorrel that you can get in Barbados? Do you really believe it?
Yes, sir.
We treat it, let's do it, it's the best. So you don't just tell him, take what he wants, you guide him. So here we have some samples. Would you like to try the sorrel or the apple?
Would you like to try the sour or the apple?
Try the apple.
And then you give it to him. You serve him. But no, you see the differences that we got to understand this. So the cups are here, yes. But when you give it to me, that's added value, that is added service, rather than me take it up. Because who tell you that he knows the difference between the apple and the lemonade? Understand, this is your product. You must take command of your booth. Do not let anyone come and take command of your booth. This is your environment. You are the master here. If you're going to sell, I want you to recognize, you know what? I am here. My objective is to get this person here to be so interested in my product that even if he doesn't buy it here today, that he wants to buy it tomorrow or next week. So therefore, you serve him. We are here to serve. And serving him does not make you a servant. Understand that? Right? So you serve him. Okay? So you give him the apple he's having. Give him the apple. And I hope the others are watching, because I'm not going to be here with you next week. Go ahead. Serve the apple. So however you serve your apple, you need to know how you are going to be serving your samples before you get to the booth. So however you decide you serve him. If you're going to serve him a cart full or you're going to serve him a bottle full, if you serve him a sample size or bottles, just let me know, because we'll come to your booth first. Well, do it. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. All right. Okay.
Take a ride, taste the sorrel.
Stop. He decided apple. And believe thou me, there are people who will come and sample everything and they leave. So remember, this is your booth. So he just sampled the apple, and he now wants to sample the sorrel. There's nothing wrong with that. But you need to get some feedback. What were your thoughts about the apple? Because you want to know, why is it now you want to go over to the sorrel? So you need to find out from him. Engage him in conversation. Don't let the man come and drink all your things and go along. Because some will do that. And then send their friends. Right? And then if you're like me, I will come and I will say, I want the sorrel, and I want the lemonade, one for me and one for my wife, and I will go here and drink one, drink so, and then come and say, okay, well, the wife, she would like to sample one of the pineapple now, all right? And by the time I finish my belly full, all I want is some cookies. Wait, you're going to have cookies, right? Good, all right, good. Yeah. So the thing is here is to engage. And I know it may feel a little uncomfortable because it's stuff you're not accustomed to, but the thing here is to recognize that if we don't connect with people, we're not going to get the sales. And the thing is that selling is a lifelong skill. Because today, next week is going to be about the market day. In a few years, it's going to be a job. In a few more years, it's going to be a spouse. Because if you can't sell, you're going to have a challenge. Yeah, and I say spouse, like a boyfriend and girlfriend. Guys, you got to be able to sell. Because you need to be able to present yourself as being a good suitor. What do you bring to the table? If you're asking a woman to spend the rest of her life with you, I mean, you may think I'm a little forward here now, but if you're asking a woman to spend the rest of her life with you, what is that I'm getting into? What are you going to provide me with? Really mean, what am I buying? What is it that you're selling? All right. So you need to understand that. So anyway, let me give a round of applause. You did well. Congratulations. All right. You're most welcome. Thank you. Okay. All right. You want to go through this exercise also? Yeah? Yes, please. All right. Okay. All right. So we need someone else here to come trade with me. Come on. Give a round of applause. Woo! Please make sure that you all get some energizers this Saturday morning, because it's like, I mean, I am like double most of you all in here age, in some cases maybe even triple, or in some cases quadruple. And you guys are moving like, yeah. All right, so here we go. You can go back to your seat if you want to. All right. Excuse me. Remember what I just told him, where your eyes are. She's taller than you, so there's no way you can be looking down. All right? So. Can you all hear her?
No, I can't hear. Remember, I am the judge. I walking past, I won't hear.
Right, so I'm going to sell cookies. Right here is what milk cookies, chocolate chip cookies, different varieties of fruit mixed up in cookies. Right, so which would you like to choose, the oatmeal or the chocolate?
Good. All right. So, good start. You know, she's identified the product. We have oatmeal, we have chocolate chip cookies, and another type of cookies. And you're asking her now, you're leading by asking if she wants to sample. Right? You don't necessarily want to direct her towards sampling. Sampling is only for those who are not sure what they want. What you really want to do is to find out her level of interest. Because you really want is not to for her to sample. You really want what? Ching, ching. You want to make $1 million. You're not going to make $1 million by giving away all your samples to people who are not interested. So therefore,
I understand that she could ask which one would she like to try.
not necessarily try. I mean, which one would you like to purchase? And there's nothing wrong with asking for a sale. I find that we BHs don't like asking for a sale. We want a lot of money, but ask for a sale. Okay, and you ask for a sale. Okay. How many?
Would you like to purchase some?
No, I mean. What would you be interested in? Okay. Are you interested?
Are you interested in what I'm saying?
Okay. And a little humor go a long way. Would you like to purchase one or two?
Would you like to purchase?
You see, but you see, it has to become natural. You want money? How are you gonna make $1 million? The Zimbabwean dollars you're gonna end up with, you know. Because the truth of the fact is that your cookies are good. Your cookies taste good?
Yeah.
Real good?
Yeah.
Yes. Therefore, then you're gonna let her know my cookies taste good. These are the best cookies in town. All right. So would you like to try, or would you like to buy 2 or 3? You know what? I think you want to buy a whole dozen. Look at her, right? She's laughing. When people laugh, they become relaxed because what happens is that they drop the barriers. So those protective barriers that they have up, they drop. So if you can get a person to smile, you will be amazed. Remember, as a person feel, they're going to behave. So if I come to your booth and you have your face like, Miss Brown Donkey, I ain't buying anything. But when you are, I can see that you are joyous, yet you're professional. I'm not saying that you're going to be a clown, but you're professional. Would you like to buy one or a dozen? Dozen! No, she wants the dozen. Get the dozen money first, and then ask her about the million. You see? So we have to be very mindful. So how much? So therefore, then she wants a dozen. You want it. So next thing you want to find out is whether she want.
Which flavors do you want?
But look at her. It's not looking down here. Look at her.
Which flavors do you want? Chocolate chip. Chocolate chip? All chocolate chip.
Yes, it said all chocolate chip. So you package the chocolate chip. Mm-hmm. How much would that be?
That would be both.
No, you can't tell me about. You're going to tell me how much it is. So make sure. So what you're going to do, make sure that you have a price list. Price of one. And this is psychological pricing here. You have a list. So you have the price of 1, the price of 4, the price of 6, and the price of 12. Because what's going to happen is, or even 1, 6, and 12. So what's going to happen is that people are going to look, because a lot of people don't have a lot of time trying to calculate either, you know, because a lot can't count too good. So it's easier for me, if you have something that is $1.25, it's easier for me to say, look, give me $5 worth, rather than try to figure out 125, that's 4, 5, or 6. Because and I tell you, I went to school long and I do the same thing. Give me $1 worth, give me $10 worth. Up to last week, I was buying sugar apples. I told her, give me $20 worth. It's only when I saw how much the $20 worth was, I was like, I should have told her, give me $10 worth, because they were a lot. But the thing is that this is what I have to spend, so you need to have accordingly, okay? All right, continue. And I hope you guys are watching and taking note. Continue.
Okay.
Can't hear you.
That is $15.
Okay.
So $15. Have a nice day.
Thank you. Thank you for the sale. She didn't have to buy them. The doctor didn't order them. Thank you for the sale. Thank you for the visit of the booth. Thank you for the support. Thank you for showing interest. Do you have a card you can share with her that she can get a hold of you to buy more in the future? You need to do that. I find that I don't know if it is the feeling that you are a servant or something like that, but you need to recognize that if you are going to sell, there is not just the sale, but the after-sale service is important. So what you do and the completion of the sale is just as important as what you did before. It's just as important what you do during the sale. So you say, thank you for your business. Thanks for standing by. Okay. Can I interest you in anything else?
Nice shopping with you.
Thank you for shopping with me. Correct. Upsell, cross-sell. You already working together? Got employees? So you got to be able to pay them, so you got to be able to sell. Unless it's the employees or salespeople, but you got to turn up and sell.
Exactly what they're doing there, you think about for these sales, which is you have cookies and that produces side by side.
Mm-hmm. And when they say, hey, we can come together, we can offer a package.
Correct.
Cookie and juice. I can't hear you saying to me.
Milk.
But if you want some cookie and milk, that's okay. All right, let's give them a round of applause. Take it back, sir. I want to say, let me say congratulations for being brave enough to come and play with me. Most people shy away. And for those who are online, I hope that you saw and you learned from that the importance of eye contact, the importance of body language, the importance of selling, the importance of post-sale and pre-sale. It's okay to say thank you. As a matter of fact, you should consider saying thank you for doing business with me, having your flyers, having your business cards and so forth, and actually collecting people's information. And the easy way to collect the information is to say, no, I'm doing some follow-ups. Because you want to be able to call a person and to find out, did they enjoy the cookies? All right? Whether or not they ate the cookies themselves or whether they share them, what kind of feedback they get, whether they're too dry, too sweet, too sour, the case may be, so that has now become, so you just got some good market research that people paid to give you. That's ideal. All right? Any questions at this time? Hello, can you speak a little louder? I know you can. Yes. Well, all I would just say to you is experiment. It's okay to experiment, but ensure that you test it before you get to market day. Or if you come into market day to test it, let it be very clear that these are testers. Right. So depends on what you're looking for. All right. Am I making sense to you this morning?
Yes, sir.
All right. Let's move on. So we just talked a lot about show time. That whole exercise there was relating to what you do at the show time. This is the third part. This is the second part of your trade show. Spend more time on this than I planned to, but I thought this was very pertinent in terms of you who are preparing to sell. So make sure that on the show there that you'll have the necessary support. Think in terms of your props. Think in terms of who you need to be there. If you're dealing with food, you have someone to be dedicated dealing with money. You can't be dealing with the food and money also. Make sure that it's accountable. Make sure that your record keeping is where it ought to be. That you're keeping records of what is sold, keeping records of who bought product from you so that you can do your follow-up. There's also a nice way to be able to build your database. Ching, ching, ching. All right? Mm-hmm. Please make sure that your booth is not a place where your friends come in to hang out. Some people may want to support you. The best way you can support me on market day is to buy from me or send people to my booth. Don't come and hang around. What do you think, sir? You don't want that. Some people just come and I go to trade shows and you just see family, somebody with a little baby, they're crying in your ear, and they brought along the granny who, because somebody come, they didn't want to leave her at home. So unless she is an active part of your booth, you don't want anyone on your booth who's going to be distracted from the booth. That's the key thing there. You have no control over that part. Once to send them to the stand first and then ask your number afterwards, you don't have control over that. All right, moving forward. Then come the post-show. Now, a lot of people believe that once the show is over, the event is over, that it's finished. That is not the case. You need to follow up. There are some persons who you may have taken orders from, and you can, at the event, you can take orders in different ways. Right? Depending on what you are selling, you can just take a person's contact information, and some persons may ask for deposits. If there is a case where what you're producing calls for significant inputs, it's okay to ask for a deposit. As a matter of fact, a person providing a deposit shows how interested they are in purchasing the product, because it means that they have a vested interest in following through on closing the sale. So there's nothing wrong with asking for a deposit. All right, just ensure that when you ask a deposit and you give the person the time that you can meet that deadline. Don't tell me tomorrow if you know it takes you 2 weeks. Let me know up front it's 2 weeks. Okay, so that's one thing to take into consideration. Yes, please.
No, earlier we asked how much money you want to make, sir. Yes, I said $2,000, sir. But I would like to make enough money to be richer than Elon Musk.
But you know what? There were people who were once richer than Elon Musk. And in the future, the people will be richer than him. You just need to identify what it is that you need to do. And the truth, in fact, the information is already available. It's the level of commitment and the mindset. And So you know you got to be prepared to look me in the eye and be able to tell me, look, this product here costs $1,000. And I tell you, I've had a client already. True story. When I met him, he was selling his highest price product was 850 euros. And we were going through his products and we were looking at it, and I said, well, look, based on your target market, you need to be able to sell your product at higher prices. So we generated, I actually created a package for him that was $100,000. And I said to him, okay, so let's go through a scenario. He could not say $100,000. He was choking to say $100,000. He said, this product's gonna be hot. Literally could not say it. And then he was surprised that he could not say it. Because this is a person who would have been part of a multi-million-dollar startup. But the thing is, he never had to sell. It was IT. So the truth is that you have to become comfortable, and you have to build your confidence, and you have to know that you are worthy of such. So when you go market day, know that, you know what, I am presenting an offer that is worthy to be purchased. And you're going to follow through with all of the after sales, sending all the thank yous, the support for the support. So on everybody's Instagram, I should definitely be seeing a thank you to the BEF, a thank you to Sky Mall and the Scotiabank and all of the sponsors. Find out who the sponsors. As a matter of fact, if I was a part of this program, I would ensure I know who all the sponsors are. I'll be following all of them. And when I'm posting stuff, I will be tagging all of them. All of them.
So let's go through who the sponsors are.
Mm-hmm.
Do you know who the sponsors are? Okay. So who's the first sponsor? Scotiabank.
Write them down. Scotiabank Barbados. Look for them on Instagram. Scotiabank Caribbean.
Scotia Caribbean.
Caribbean. Mm-hmm.
Scotia Caribbean.
Let's give you a golden nugget.
Capefield School of Business and Management, which is where you are right now. And they host all of our, by and large, all of our training sessions. The next one has a huge following. It is Export Barbados BITC.
All right.
They have a huge following.
Export Barbados BIDC. And for those who are online, I hope you're hearing that we have Scotia Caribbean. We have, they just go by Capefield on, Capefield School of Business and Management. Mm-hmm. Export Barbados BIDC. Follow all of these on Instagram, Facebook.
That means I'm giving the others.
Mm-hmm.
There is Barbados Today.
Barbados Today.
Fund Access.
Fund Access.
Trust Loans.
Trust Loans.
We have the three credit unions, largest credit unions. So you have the Barbados Public Workers Cooperative Credit Union.
All right. The Barbados Public Workers Cooperative Credit Union.
City of Bridgetown Cooperative Credit Union.
City of Bridgetown Cooperative Credit Union. Barbados Public Workers Cooperative Credit Union. Then the City of Bridgetown, the City of Bridgetown Cooperative Credit Union.
Also known as COB Credit Union.
COB.
Then you have Barbados Workers Union.
It's Barbados Workers Union Cooperative Credit Union. Barbados Workers Union, Cooperative Credit Union. So there are 3 credit unions.
Central Bank of Barbados.
Central Bank of Barbados,
Sky Mall.
Sky Mall,
Trident 10 TV.
Trident 10 TV, Trident 10 TV,
Clarity XP Media. Clarity XP Media. They put that stuff on you.
Clarity XP Media.
And if you are able to send us your flyers at least by Tuesday, Clarity Media will showcase them on their screens. So the screens are, if you go now, you will see the market day being displayed already on the screens at Sheraton Center, at Sky Mall, wherever Clarity Media has screens, they actually showcase.
Wow.
And if you send me 900 by 600, Barbados Today will also do an email blast.
Wow.
So if you send us your stuff by Tuesday, we can have it in the public space by Wednesday.
And that is good pre-show marketing. Easily a few $100s, a few $1,000s in advertising. So you need to get moving on your stuff. And I'll tell you a secret here. The $20 challenge has a good reputation, and the persons who are sponsoring, you see the diversity. Some of you are going to be looking for job attachments in the near future. Some of you are going to be looking for jobs in the near future. Some of you obviously going to be looking for additional sales of your products during the trading period. And these are within these organizations are thousands of people, not even starting to think in terms of the network that those persons have. These are significant opportunities. Keep connecting, keep connecting, keep connecting. All right? Moving on. So let's look at 3 big trade show mistakes. Failure to set clear objectives is a major mistake. You need to clearly articulate, what am I seeking to achieve at this market day? Am I seeking for awareness? Am I seeking sales? Am I looking to do market research? What am I looking to do? And I often say to individuals, you need to have 2 to 3 major objectives for any event that you are looking to do. So don't worry about what others are doing. Be clear on, this is what I want to get from this market day. And since it's a competition, I will say obviously to you, look back at the criteria, the judging criteria, what persons are going to be looking for, the judges are looking for, so that you have that as one of your objectives. But it doesn't have to be the only objective. Making sense? Okay. Poor staffing. Many times I've gone to trade shows, I've gone to market days, and even pop-up shops, and the people who are there don't know about the product. They are not informed enough. Or they may be informed about the product, but they don't know how to communicate with people. They don't speak, they don't, the body language is poor, the attitude sometimes is very poor, because sometimes people are there, but they don't want to be there. You don't want like that. I remember being a booth manager 15 odd years ago, and the CEO had said to me, Holder, get one person from each department. No, I didn't want that. I wanted people who wanted to be there. People who were team players. People who were prepared to learn about products that they were not familiar with. People who had the right attitude. People who had presence. People who were attractive. And when I talk about attractive in their demeanor. So they didn't come with sour faces as though they washed the face in lime juice. They like people. They like being around people. So you need to look at your team. So if you know up front that your mother is the kind of person that don't like people and she's get annoyed really quickly, tell mommy drop me off and go back home. I'm being very honest. My mother can't stand people for too long. So there's no way I can ever have an event and have her playing any active role. So even when I got married, I didn't want my mommy to do anything. Just come and sit down. Because I know that's a ticking time bomb. You know your parents. You know your big sister or big brother or little sister or little brother. You know the people around you who that you can call for help. All of us have that auntie or uncle that we can call for help. And my mommy may grumble afterwards. How come you call her but you didn't call me? Just smile. Okay. Well, I don't know if mommy will be able to handle the truth or you can handle the repercussions of the truth.
Perhaps auntie is better at.
Yes. I just like how aunties do this. But then be prepared to hear if you have a parent like me, well, from future, from now onwards, ask auntie. We live in Barbados, so we know how it goes. All right? But you want to make sure that you have people there to help you. Don't try to do everything on your own. You may have the ability to do everything, but you do not have to do everything on your own. Get help. Moving on. No lead generation or follow-up simply means that people are not collecting information to follow up. You need to collect information, get name and numbers. So, and make sure you have it on. You have a dedicated space to put such. Don't be looking for a piece of paper to write someone's name and number. And let people know the reason why you're collecting it. So, truth in fact, now you want name, number, and email address. Some people may even ask for a social media handle, so that you can follow up with the persons. Especially if they bought from you or if they were interested but they didn't buy. So you also need to be able to record, was this person just visiting? Were they interested or they did purchase? And people who purchase are a goal. That's a goal of mine, because a person who purchased from you before is more likely to purchase from you again than someone who was just interested. You heard that? People who purchased from you before. What you're doing here can turn out to be a viable small business that you can make money from. I know what I'm telling you. So avoid these 3 mistakes. So we can look how to convert your booth into a sales environment, because the purpose of being at the market day is that we want to sell. We may be looking for different currencies, but we want to sell. Like I said, some people are looking to make money, some people are looking for awareness, some people are going to be looking to collect data. So here's where to start thinking. Start thinking about it as a stage. Start thinking in terms of your booth as a stage. So when you turn it on market day, you are performing. You are in game mode. Game on. We ain't here to joke around. We ain't here to play around. We are here to market. And when you are marketing, you are looking to get persons who are coming to your booth interested in what you have enough to say, yes, I want to make a purchase. I am purchasing now, or I'm purchasing in the near future. When I come here and I'm presenting, I'm on stage. So here as a facilitator, this is game on for me. So I would have been preparing before I came here, and now I am here, it's game on. So I am not thinking about, did my children have breakfast this morning? That is past. My intention and all of my attention is on here, delivering to you, because right now you are my customer. So I need to deliver to you, and I've come to share how you can enhance your experience on market day. So you need to do the same thing come next week. Game on. When you step in to that Sky Mall, game on. So people may say to you, oh, but you're behaving different. That is okay. That is okay. You don't behave the same way at school as you behave when you're in your bed lying down. Certainly not. You don't behave the same way when you go to a wedding as when you go to a funeral. You don't dress the same way. Well, at least some people don't know how to dress now. But the truth of the fact is that when you step on a stage, an act goes down. When my daughter, my son, I took my son to a presentation I did about 3 weeks ago, and he said, "Daddy, you was different." I said, "Correct, because what you know is Daddy. What you saw was Troy Holder, the facilitator, a different person." No, I'm not being fake, but obviously that there's a different audience and there's a different level of communication, a different level of energy. If you saw me home watching a military movie, you won't believe it's Mr. Holder in here, because I am down flat on the ground. Boof. I throw grenades. I get immersed into the movie. My wife and children laugh, so you know what I do? Thank God for Bluetooth. So now when I go to bed, I take out my Bluetooth headphones, I put them on, and then watching my show. I'm having a fantastic time. Lights out. Only thing light on is the television, and I'm enjoying it, because it's a different environment. So I want you to recognize that come Saturday, you're going to be in a game mode. So whatever you need to do the night before, whatever you need to do to hype up yourself, some people got to go through the different routines. If you watch athletes who are getting ready for game day, they have the different rituals. Some people go really quiet, really go silent. I remember watching this musician, Red Plastic Bag, just before he goes on stage. Red Plastic Bag, Lil Rick does it, Matt Fingal does it. Just before they go on stage, they are really quiet. And all of us here know Lil Rick, who has lots of energy on stage, right? But just imagine, before he goes on stage, he's quiet. He's just sitting in the corner. Then they call his name, he steps on that stage and explodes.
So, sir, basically, when he was on stage, he was basically charging up his...
May very well be. May very well be. Yes, you can, right? So I just want you to understand that comes game day, yeah. So that, I would encourage people to get good night rest, get some sleep. So when you get up, yes, go right ahead. Yes, you can. Moving on. All right, in terms of your products, display products to support your presentation. Now, there's some persons who on market days and at trade shows, they have a lot of fluff. You don't need the fluff. What you need is to have products that are going to help present your product. Okay, so you do not have anything on the table that does not contribute to the presentation. Not saying you can't have decorations, but some people have more decoration than product. So just be very mindful of that. So you want to ensure that you display your products to support your presentation. All right, and if those are online, you're still following with me, and you're still in a place where you can be focused on what we are sharing. Remember, again, if you register for the BEF, Barbados Entrepreneur Foundation YouTube channel, that you can actually share your questions in the comments, and we will respond to them. If you don't respond to them right now here, I'll respond to them afterwards. But if you catch them, we'll definitely take a look. All right, moving on. Good. Okay. It says allocate space and staff for serious inquiries. Now, depending on what you are selling, there may be people who may have a commercial interest in what you are producing. So you may be selling. Excuse me. Are you going to be there on market day? Okay. Who I haven't heard from? You all are working together? Okay. Well, okay, what are you selling on market day?
Mini donuts.
Mini donuts. Okay. So therefore, you're going to have some mini donuts available that I can purchase, right? Correct. Okay. So you want to have some space allocated, because here it is. I may be interested in your mini donuts, but not to buy one or two. I may want to have some mini donuts for a coming event that I'm hosting. So I want to have a little powwow with you here. So make sure that you have, even in your small space, a space is allocated for serious inquiries that is outside of what you have displayed. Because I may want to know, okay, well, hey, can you make me 500 donuts? What would it cost in terms of what time? Do you have other flavored donuts here? Can you make this? Can you make donuts in this particular shape? Can you make donuts from this material? What, different things that I may have an interest in. And so you need to make sure you have space allocated for that.
Sir,
Yes.
I have one goal, right, sir? And that's to have multiple business across the globe.
And that's okay. You can have that. Because there are people who have multiple businesses across the globe.
So that's what I want to do.
Well, you know what? Start now. Start learning about business. Like, you're here, make the most of this program. Take notes, ask questions, look at the other presentations that were done before. Learn more about the BEF, learn more about all the other organizations who are involved in the sponsorship of the $20 challenge, because all of those are organizations that would help you to be able to have multiple businesses. It can be different parts of the world, or they can be here, but selling products different parts of the world. Right? Dream big, real big. Dream so big that those who are around you become a little bit uncomfortable. And there's nothing wrong with that. Okay? All right, so once we allocate space, moving on. Make it interactive. The more interaction and the more engagement, as we saw earlier, the more the barriers are going to be broken down. As the barriers break down, then people are more likely to take action that are in line with what you want. So you can have like the demos and the sampling. You can also include some games. A game, obviously, but is in sync with what you are producing. What are you selling? You could do a guessing game. You could do, sometimes people do raffles and draws. Drop your name, fishbowl, pull, that kind of thing. Things that are not going to cost a whole lot. Mm-hmm. Some products need to be demonstrated. Okay. And listen, sorry. So, like for instance, I remember years ago, going to an exhibition and seeing like pieces of machinery being demonstrated in terms of how to use them and how to make life easier and so forth. Those are the kind of things that encourage people to buy, because then they can see how they can work. They can see the major benefit a lot easier. Remember again with sampling, keep the sample sizes small. And don't worry, the people who tell you it's so small they can't taste it. Yeah, you will get that. All right. So moving on, I think, are we going good? Are you getting value here? Good. Let me ask you a question. If I was to stop this session here right now, would you have enough information that you can go and start making some changes and adjustments to preparing for next week? Good. All right. Okay. So let's now talk about the 4 P's of trade show success. What are the things that you absolutely need to do to ensure that you're successful? Are you ready? These are simple yet complicated. Easy to do, yet hard to do. All depends on your mindset. Okay, here they are. 1, planning. You got to plan. You got to prepare. Think about what can go around and try to fix it before it happens. Right? Get a backup and a backup for the backup, because there are people who want to say to you, I'm going to come and support you. But then when Saturday comes, oh, I forgot, I have to do this, I have to do that. So make sure you have people who are going to support you. Ask more people, put people on standby. Auntie Joan, I'm going to be at Sky Mall next week Saturday, I may need you to come and help me. And she may say, you know what time? We can be there from 8 to 2. Well, I got something to do at 2. Okay, so you come from 8 to 10? Yeah. Right?
Sir, when I am playing with my friends, they're playing something different that I can't play, sir, I always have a plan to play something different.
Right, and as we do. And that will keep you motivated. So rather than feel left out, you use that time either to learn what they are playing or to play something that you're comfortable with. That is okay. But I want you to plan. And I don't want this to be planning in your head. I want you to make note. Write it down. Google event planning for a trade show or a pop-up market, you'll be surprised. A lot of information is available that you can see is, okay, checklist. You can get a checklist so that you can check off, okay, check, right? Flyers, check, business cards, check. If you need to get a health license, check, uniform, check, tablecloth, check, product, check, store, okay. Do you have someone that can bring you additional product if you so need? All of these are things that you need to think about in terms of your planning. Promotion. You got to let people know that you're going to be there. You just heard about getting flyers. So like now I will be going home and I'll be asking somebody about the flyers for me. As a matter of fact, Elisha, you do flyers, right? Okay. He does flyers.
We also have somebody who does flyers.
Good. Flyers. Good. Do you eat donuts? Donuts. Cookies? Natural juices? Barter off. Yeah, ask her how much flyers can I get for 3 natural juices? Ask a question. Right?
We have a young man, Raekwon, who is also. So
Right.
if you need help,
Ask for help.
ask.
Yeah. Remember I said to you, you don't have to do everything on your own. Ask for help. But you need to know what you need so that when you ask for help, is that you're not all over the place. You can come and say, look, here is what I need. I need a flyer to promote this business. I want to promote my business, not just for the market day, but also for the other trading days. And I want to put it on Instagram. I want to put it on WhatsApp. Ta-da. All right. So promotion is very important. And we just talk about promotion. If I was to look here and see, okay, check WhatsApp.
So you check out people see the video.
Yeah, go and check it out. 12 people already. Money. Oh no, that person is in Egypt. Okay. But I can tell you, the people who've looked at this here so far are people who will come to the event.
So how everybody chat
Hmm?
How everybody chat
Yeah. You post yours? Can you check? Did you post it? For those who post the status update, can you check and see how many views you've had so far? Hmm? 7. Oh, you got your views off? Okay. Yeah. Now, I like to see who watches my status update, because there are people who watch your status updates and they don't normally comment or speak to you when they see you, but they watch everything you're doing online. And I leave them there to see. Good. All right, morning. Good. You good? Okay. All right, so we have promotion, and then the third is people. We need people. We need help. We need people. We need people to come buy our product. So we need our friends to tell their friends and encourage your friends to tell their parents, because we know that a lot of our friends don't have as much money as our parents. All right? So you tell them to tell their parents, to tell their friends, encourage them to reshare it and to repost it. And you post it every day. And since it's 24 hours, you can post in the morning and post in the evening, because there's some people who don't sleep when the night comes and they want something to do, so they just go through WhatsApp status updates. He's one in person. You need to get some sleep though, to make sure that come Saturday you got energy, that you don't get like, you got it and ready to move. All right? And 4, productivity. Are you producing? Are you going to have product to sell on Saturday? Because we're talking a lot about prepare for market day, but will you have product to sell on market day? How much product will you have? 15. Is that going to be adequate amount? Is that going to be too much? 15. Cookies? So you're talking about 50, and you have like three different types of cookies. That's 45 cookies. What the price of cookies again? $2? That's $90 if you sell all. What else are you selling?
The cupcake.
Cupcakes. What's the price of the cupcake? Oh, you gotta know the price of the cupcake. Cause right now, but you can't be doing that unless you know the price. So therefore, you need to look back, and I think all of you need to look back at the financial element and see the inputs to be able to identify what is going to be the price. Look at your inputs. Look at what's happening in the market, what people are selling things for before you come up with a price. Because if you're selling cupcakes at $2 and they taste good, I come buy all and let's go around the corner and sell them for $4. Yes. But you just can't just put a price out the air of like that. You need to know what it's going to cost you to make them, because not all cupcakes are going to be the same.
But if you buy like a dozen cookies,
A dozen cookies at $2 is $24. Remember that Miss Melinda Peters was telling you all about pricing. You need to go back, probably watch the video, that presentation about pricing to help you. Or you may need to ask your parents or one of your teachers or so, one of your supporters to help you as it relates to pricing. That is important. All right, moving on. Trade show success formula. This is what I tell my clients to do to be successful at a trade show. 1, take immediate action whenever needed. Now, when you're at the trade show, things may happen that you didn't expect to happen. That happens all the time. The key is that only you and people in your team knew what is supposed to happen. Therefore, if you have to fix something, fix it and fix it quick. Don't get in any scuffles or quarreling or bickering because something didn't go the way you wanted it to go. Right? When I run my team, I always say to my team, the one thing that you're supposed to do is to take action. Because if you take action, it means that there's an opportunity and a chance that you could do the right thing. When people decide, you know what, something go wrong, they're not taking any action, I get annoyed. Because it means then that if you don't take action, guarantee it's not going to be fixed. But if you took a chance, you did something, it could have been fixed. So I want you to take action. I want you to not be procrastinating, not be lingering around. Do what has to be done. So do not go to bed tonight without knowing what you're going to be selling, how much you're going to be preparing, what is going to cost you, what is going to be the price. They're talking about getting a flyer and having your flyer on display in high traffic areas. So therefore, if your partner is not in there, you need to be able to share the information with your partner. And I will tell you what will happen is that some of your partners will not turn up on Saturday because they got it and then they're feeling good, or then their mother had a quarrel, or their father decided he ain't dropping them and he ain't bringing the money for them. Then they have no bus fare. They had a lot of school work. Then they say feel like doing it no more. You're going to get that happening because it is called life, and you're dealing with people. So what are you going to do? You know what? Listen, get up, do it yourself. Do the best that you can. You don't tell people, oh, my partner didn't turn up, so this didn't happen. You work with what you got, and you'll be surprised what you can achieve. But this is now the core work and the partner is two different things, because if it's a core worker, you're working for someone else, then it's not your responsibility for that core worker. But in terms of partner, if your partner do not turn up, you are in a competition, you do the best that you can do. Well, and that will happen. They got some people who are going to want a lot of reward before putting in any effort. It's called life. Yes. You have 5 employees? Do you need 5 employees? How are you determining how many employees you need? You may not need 5 because 5 employees, that means that 5 people that you got to pay. So what we need to do is identify what help do I need? And before you employ persons, see if you can find volunteers to help you because employees mean you got to pay people. So think about the things that have to be done. What can I do? All right. What can I not do? Or what I would prefer not to do? Because like I will tell you, all right, there are things in my business I enjoy doing, and then there are other things I don't like to do. So you know what? I find someone to help me do that, do those things. And then there's some things that I can do, and I don't mind doing them, but they are lower value. I can better use my time elsewhere. So you need to look at those things. And before you find employee, ask, can your partner do this? Is this something your partner is capable of doing? Is this something that they would do? Something that they enjoy doing? Yes. I can't hear you. I don't mind. $2 is always still money. Because what if your profit is only $2? And they work for 4 hours? You go look for money to pay them that you didn't make. All right? Moving on. Plan for the unexpected. Because the unexpected always unexpectedly happens. That's when we're going to get backup. Call for backup. If I'm a police? Well, if the police call for backup, and they normally will be armed, I who unarmed, I need backup even more. Because you can't go, when you're there and you're trading and you're the head person managing the booth, you can't be leaving to go home to get things, especially if you live, far distance.
Sir,
Yes?
I forgot to stay home. And I'm home. I get to stay home.
An hour? What if your parents or guardians decide they're not taking you? How long is it going to take you then? Aha, think about it. Think about it.
4 hours max. Sir, if I walk, sir, it's 4 hours.
Good. So therefore, then, therefore to get there, so for 8:30, you gotta leave home by 4 o'clock. Then, we don't want that. All right. Remember, you just can't show up. You just can't just turn up and expect to sell. You gotta show up and perform. So you just can't come to Sky Mall. You have a table and a chair, and sit and expect that people are going to magically come to your space, purchase your product, and leave smiling. You just can't expect to just come to Sky Mall, stand up with your hands full, twiddling, shaking from side to side, mouth button down, and expect to What are they doing?
Shouting.
They're not just shouting. Wait, can you remember what they said? They're promoting their product. And they're promoting it in a consistent way to the point that you can remember, come and get your fresh natural juices.
Sir, that's all I need to buy the car, you want to hand the drink.
Good. And you may not like it, and that's understandable. And obviously they should not be jerking their head through your window. But if your car come out and I stop and say, yes, small short man, you want bottle of juice here, you want bottle of water, and they score bottle of water, that's $2. They're promoting their product. All right? And the truth of the fact is, and this is what it is you need to understand, that the way you promote your product, not everyone is going to like. And that is okay because you're not there to serve everyone. Ask yourself, am I doing anything illegal or immoral? Good. It's not illegal to ask if you want a bottle of water. It's not immoral. I'm not breaking any code of ethics. I'm not invading your personal space. And the truth of the fact is that sometimes the language that they use may not be the most appropriate. Because if a fella says, oh, my sexy friend, you want a bottle of water? That is not appropriate. But that is what he knows. right? But if, I mean, you know how many people approach me? Yeah, short man. Well, hey, short. You know my name? So he's using what he can see. You can come and say, yeah, fat man, because the angle look wrong. Right? The thing that's freaked me out is when I go into a hair store, and these sales assistants trying to sell me stuff to get my hair to grow. I said, I got a bald head for a reason, though. But you don't want some miracle balm to put in your head to get it grow. I said, no, you got any hair growth retardant here? And she starts to laugh, and then obviously I go and buy what I want to buy. So just understand though that, but you need to just show up, and you need to be present. You need people feel warm and welcome when they come to your booth. So when they see you, say, good morning, and welcome. You know, can I interest you in? As a matter of fact, I think it was one of the challenges, the community challenge, that when I went to they had a market there, I was walking by, and one of the person in the booth said, excuse me, sir, can I have 30 seconds of your time? Just 30 seconds. Sure. All right, can I interest you in? But what he was selling was good, but it was obviously good enough for me, because I'm a person who don't like hair. So he was selling something for natural hair. Right? So when I said, but I don't have no hair, I said, but what about are you married? Do you have children? Yeah. He's like, all right then, I got 2 boys who are ready to give bald heads, but that ain't gonna happen yet. So the thing is that as you show up and you encourage people and you engage with people, I remember there was some person who did a community challenge who hardly talked. And then the market day, when I asked her what the experience was like, she said, sir, I talk to people. I said, what happened? And they talk back. And she was amazed. She was amazed. People will talk with you. Not everyone is there to harm you. And the people who will see you say, okay, yeah, I'm seeing a young person doing something productive. I need to support this. And the people who will support you. Right? If you don't like talking, bring along a mouthpiece. And there's nothing wrong with that, because the truth of the fact is, not everyone is extroverted like I am. Not everyone who have the ability, to go out there and to sell. Some people prefer to be in the back dealing with manufacturing, and that is okay. But you need to have someone selling if you are going to succeed in the marketplace. All right? Any questions? All right, be heading home. Be coming home stretch. Okay. All right, there's another one. Contacts plus management equal sales. Remember I said to you that you can make more from the show after the show than at the show? So you need to get contacts. So you definitely need to record the product that you sell. As a matter of fact, I would say to you, if you ensure that you have someone there responsible for record keeping, you want to be able to track your sales, the product that you actually sell, the price you sold it at, and if you could even gather who you sold it to, it means that you can do some awesome follow-up. Because if the person bought cupcakes or cookies, and you can call them to find out, because most people are going to be blown away by the follow-up call, because follow-up is not something that happens in this country easily. As a matter of fact, the only company I know in this country that I've ever had a follow-up calls from was a travel agency years ago, the first time I traveled, and Simpson Motors. They always do follow-up. So if you do follow-up, and some commercial entities, other commercial entities will do the follow-up. But those are the ones I've actually experienced. So imagine you send in a message, good morning, Mr. Holder. This is Jaquan from Cakes and Bakes. Right? I want to say thank you for the purchase you made last Saturday while we were at Sky Mall. I just want to do a quick follow-up to find out how you found the product to be. All feedback is welcome. What with? Young people bake cake good, and they got manners too. They follow it up. All of those are is always going to add to people wanting to do business with you more. Right? I can share a quick example. My daughter makes these bonnets, and she made a bonnet, and she's very, very picky, so she has them packaged. You know, my love, firebomb that kind of mellow quite nicely. And so she makes the bonnets, she packages them, and she delivers them, and she uses her mother and father as her delivery people. She charges delivery fees, but somehow the delivery fee never ever gets to us, all right? But then she will call to find out, did it fit properly? So you know what happens? So there's one lady who have bought about 10 bonnets from her, and she don't buy them as gifts because of the relationship. She said, she says, you know, I like you. I like how you operate. So while the product is good and she likes the product, the personality behind the product is what is driving the sales. And that is the reason, and to show how powerful it is, that is the reason why a lot of the things that you like and you see on social media, they have these influencers who are promoting the product because people will buy into personalities. Yeah. So if you like basketball, anyone here like basketball? Who's a basketball player to watch now? Who's the team? Which team is the team? Lakers?
No.
Okay. you see who it is? Oh, she. I mean, you know, wake up a beast here. No. So, who's the basketball team to watch, Ms. Foster?
Well, you have.
Watch it.
Truthfully, there are a lot of teams. You have some of the young teams with like Ja. You have, but Lakers is at the bottom of the heap. Lakers started almost losing all of its games. So
But
Lakers is a brand.
But that's what so you see,
It's a brand.
that's what we're talking about. So you recognize Miss Foster, that's like, forgot where she was for a short moment. And that is what happens when people gravitate towards brands and personalities. So therefore, she then when she catch herself, compose herself. Now, let me tell you, so you have these young teens. Yeah. And this is exactly what will happen with your products. The people who will see you and know you and like you. So therefore, as a matter of fact, if you have a parent that is popular or auntie or someone that you know is popular, ask them to come and spend a little time at your booth.
Our post for you.
Right? Ask them to share about what you're doing. It's called influencers.
Sorry.
Yes.
People are like, well, your father is doing so much that even his friends go to their friends and give them the father number and then
Give. So say, Daddy, this is what I'm doing. Daddy, tell all your friends about what I'm going to be selling here and let them know where I'm going to be at Skimo, and tell them, bring them, bring their children, and bring their wives and the wives or girlfriends. My God, be careful here. Wives or girlfriends, but bring them and come and support us. So let your daddy know what you're doing so he have information that he can share with his friends. All right? That's what you do. And like this, it becomes so much easier. This is not difficult. It's not difficult. Are you ready? So you create your contacts, and you manage your contacts, and you're going to be able to generate sales. The truth is, I can share with you strategies, techniques, the $20 challenge via BEF have provided the opportunity to sell. You've had information and guidance through the various facilitators. Some of you have your mentors. We can only provide you with the guidance and the know-how. What I cannot do is come on the 19th and sell for you. On the 19th, I will not be there. I mean, even though sometimes I find myself doing it, I may ask a few questions to give you a few hints. But the truth in fact is that what takes place there is you. You have your goals, you have your objectives. It's now up to you. You have made the decision to be a part of this challenge. The lessons you learn in the Within This Challenge will last you for a lifetime. It's beyond just selling something. It's understanding how you can take an idea, flush it out, manifest a product, package it, promote it, sell it, get customers, and start to build your own personal brand. Start to build a business. I'm looking at you here, and I can tell you, age 14, I started selling products. And I started making money. And at that time I recognized, wow, if you could produce something that people want at the right price, they'll pay you for it. So by 16, got your own money. And I tell you, right, as a teenage boy, having your own money felt so good. Money that I earned. And because I earned it, I could spend it to the most part how I felt, not all of it. There was still some rains, but it felt good. And at that time I decided I want to be an entrepreneur. And I can tell you, at 50 years old, almost 50 now, 49, let me hold it back, still got another 7 months. I can tell you, I worked for companies for the total of 2 years and 9 months. All the other time I've worked for myself. And it's been a joy. Met some awesome people, impact some lives, travel the world, and I've had time to do the things that I am passionate about. What you are being exposed to will give you an opportunity far beyond what you're thinking of right now. If you're serious, I tell you, this challenge could be a springboard for something greater. Those persons who want to make $1 million, who want to have businesses across the world. Some of you may want to help people in other parts of the world. Some of you may want to bring about a change in your family. Some of you may want to break the strongholds that have been on your family. Someone will want to start a new generation. The truth, in fact, is that you have the ability to do it. You've been given the opportunity that many before you have not had such. If you speak to your parents and your grandparents, you will recognize that what has been offered to you through this challenge is priceless. Many, all of those sponsors has invested money in you being here, money that can be spent elsewhere. Ms. Foster, right? Husband, children, grandchildren, other areas of interest. This is Saturday, and she's here. Ms. Pollard, I know have lots of things to do. Saturday, here. I got up my bed at 6 o'clock this morning from next to my beautiful wife, where I normally spend a little longer time with her on Saturday, and I'm here. So it means then that if we have invested in you, and we are sure that we are interested in your growth and your development, then all is really required for you right now is to say thank you and invest in yourself. The choice is yours. I am Troy Holder. I've just shared about you about getting ready for Market Day. Now it's up to you. Get up, turn up, and crush it. Make some money. Have a good afternoon.
So, did you enjoy that session? One of the things that we want to do is that we want to make sure that we're ready. During the course of this week, if you cannot remember everything, because there's so much that was said, right? I want you to go on to the Barbados Entrepreneurship Foundation YouTube channel. Please subscribe, and you can watch the session, and you can break it up into smaller segments. That makes it a little bit more palatable for you. All right? So all this information is online. We want to say a special thank you to our sponsor for today, the Sagicor Capefield School of Business, our title sponsor, Scotiabank Caribbean, and of course, this feed is coming live into the homes of those viewing the Compliments Traded 10 TV. If you have flyers that you want to please send it to us. We have a media partner, Clarity Media, who showcases these flyers on their screens all across the various malls, so get the word out there. And if there's anything that you take away from today, it is start to promote your business now for the session, the first marketplace on Saturday, November 19th, which will be at Sky Mall. Starting 10 a.m. is when you will be welcoming visitors. Will win a prize where they will be going to Expressions of Independence Compliments Sky Mall the following weekend. If you're at school and you cannot make this Friday, that's okay. But there's this Saturday, because the Expressions of Independence Market Day runs on Friday 25th and Saturday 26th, and you will be given the top 3 teams the opportunity to participate, which means more sales, more exposure. Additionally, the Young Explorers School, one of our participants, will be having a market day, their Christmas Expo, on November 30th. If you think that you want to participate in that, it is not a free market, but you can let us know. And the winner, because next Saturday is a judging market, the winner of next Saturday's market day at Sky Mall will receive $100 cash. Everybody heard? Cash, $100 in cash. So that you can do whatever you want with that $100. So I want to thank you all for coming. It has been a wonderful session. Thank you to all of our sponsors who make the $20 challenge special. Next week we are celebrating Global Entrepreneurship Week. So this is the last training session for a while. Our next set of training will be in January when you prepare for your reports. And at that time, you will get to see how the report should be presented, and you will get another session on how to prepare your financial reporting. In order for you to be successful at that, you need to do all the things that were said. And like I said, go online on our Barbados Entrepreneurship Foundation YouTube channel, and you can see all of the sessions. Additionally, we will be sharing some small videos over the next 6 weeks to help you on this journey. And tag us at our Barbados Entrepreneurship Foundation Facebook page, our BF $20 page, and our BF 246 Challenge on IG. So I want to wish everybody a pleasant afternoon. It was nice having you. See you on Saturday.